Hello and welcome to another episode of MOPO, where it's all matter of personal opinion. It's all MOPO. At the Scientist here with at Dave Roach 83, bringing you another in our 31 days of Halloween recommendations to kind of get you in the mood. Wanted to kind of touch on some. We did the Universal Classic monsters. I want to touch on the more modern style monsters,
because we did like the more slasher monsters too.
Yeah, and you could argue that they're more modern monsters,
right? But we want to talk more about like
the grotesque, the deformed, the truly out of this world type monsters. And speaking of out of this world, bring it right down to the first one: aliens, any of that
like
quadrilogy.
They gotta be like the quintessential like alien. When you think of an alien, or like you say aliens, like
that's what pops in.
You think of those big head motherfucking black things, the xenomorphs or whatever.
Yeah,
got the thing
with that baby mouth that comes out.
I had a toy, like they make toys out of everything, but I had a toy. And this movie came out like 1980 or like 1979 or something. They're still making toys out of it, but like 93, 94, they're still making toys out of it. I had a xenomorph that it had like a pump action head that you could pump it, and it would have the little mouth come out of it. Let me know if you guys know what toy I'm talking about there, because that toy was it was awesome.
Honestly, just throwing this out here, I feel bad for y'all kids out here right now, because seriously, the second we hit the 2000s, toys became utter shit.
Yeah, y'all got some garbage.
Y'all got some garbage, like big block plastic, like no moving part toys, because y'all don't know how to stop putting stuff in your mouth and trying to inhale it.
And with rare exception, y'all got garbage ass cartoons too. But
with rare exceptions, you do have pretty garbage cartoons.
Yeah, off the subject.
Back on to the subject.
But no, aliens is just Ripley. You got the scene in the first one where
Bishop the cyborg?
The alien pops out of dude's stomach, and I always think like Spaceballs.
It's like, hello, my baby, dancing across the bar.
And even in the original scene when the thing scampers across the table, it's pretty funny.
It is very weird.
It's so gross. Like, that's the one thing about these alien movies. Like, they're gross. Like, they're pretty scary too, but things going into people's mouths and popping all kinds of goo and slime everywhere. It's nasty stuff.
And you almost never actually see the monster. You very rarely do you see the alien.
It wasn't until the later movies that they really,
Well, don't they give you like at the very end of the first one? Don't they kind of give you a grand finale where you actually see the queen? Because that's when she's got the mech. Right, the loader?
I think that's the second or third one.
Oh, I could have swore that was the first one.
So whatever. But, they all kind of blend together.
But, I thought it was really well done. Very, very noir.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's even such a good franchise that they even, split it with Predator, who could kind of be like a monster in his own right.
Because he's got his own trilogy.
Yeah,
and then a trilogy on top of it, right? Because A versus P is 3 of those.
Something like that.
I know there's at least 2 of them. Those were weird. How those storylines for those movies.
Those were garbage movies.
I loved it, but I was kind of like, who's in charge of the writing of this? Okay, so skipping from that, but still kind of staying out of this world, Hellraiser.
Oh, yeah,
these movies melted my brain as a kid. Definitely some of the stuff I should not have been watching as young as I was.
And then he had, his henchmen, too, or whatever.
Where there's just chains ripping flesh back, and there's just exposed muscle, and, it's so...
I think it's like Clive Barker.
I don't have the vocabulary for it, but very grotesque.
Yeah.
Very, very, I guess, shocking.
Yeah, it's more shock value, really, than fear. But Pinhead's a scary motherfucker, too.
Oh, yeah, just the things that they were doing.
And, how he would talk to people. I'm not really trying to, get into a confrontation with that dude.
Oh, no.
You sure can't crack him in the mouth.
Because I remember 1 and 2 were really scary. Like there was just some like really horrific things that happened in it, but I think it was the third one. It was called Bloodline.
Yeah.
They must have replayed that movie so many times it became my most hated horror movie. Like they'd be like, "Oh, Hellraiser, Bloodline." I'm like, "This movie again?"
Like, first of all, there's at least 4 or 5 of these movies, and you're only going to play this one? Like,
right? It's like, why are we not playing the first 2? Why are we not playing like the 4th one? Like, why is it always Bloodline? Why is it always the one that nobody cared about?
Right.
That was being played over and over again.
That
Like who voted this movie in the executive room?
It was the cheapest one for them to buy.
Oh yeah, I guess a good point actually. That may have been the easiest one to just that. But regardless, I mean, these are some really good movies. I definitely recommend checking that out. Moving less into the supernatural, more into the realm of real, but still pretty out there. Pumpkinhead.
Oh my God,
And
Lance Henriksen.
This is great for Halloween.
Right? He's literally the jack-o'-lantern, but...
Nothing to do with pumpkins.
Like, Lance Henriksen is like, he's not like the most famous actor, but the man's been in many, many movies. And he has done a lot in his career, but you always be Pumpkinhead.
It's just like the one guy is always going to be Freddy.
Yeah, Robert Englund.
Yeah.
Or whatever. You can do whatever you want, Robert Englund, for the rest of your life, and you will always be Freddy. Just like, to me, Lance Henriksen or whatever will be Pumpkinhead.
Yeah, and this was a typical kid as a child. Like, I'm surprised we actually didn't talk about this with Jason, but it doesn't fit the same scheme. It's just kind of the same story idea where he's a kid, he's being tormented, he ends up dying because these kids, are cruel to him. Does he fall down a well or something? I know that he dies and he could be saved, but he's not saved because the kids are pieces of shit.
Yeah.
And Pumpkinhead basically comes back to kill those responsible and their bloodline.
Yeah, it's going after the whole bloodline.
Yeah, that's actually something I wish they would do more in horror movies today, where it's like, you're wiping out the bloodline. It's like, I don't care that this old man, when he was a little kid, did me dirty.
In Halloween too,
where it's like you're always going after the sister.
And whoever else she's related to now.
Yeah. That's true. So they had it right with it, because that makes it so much more horrific. Because it's not, this guy did something bad. It's, what did my grandpa do? Yeah. Because now I'm on the list. Yeah. Guilty by association type deal.
And I work at the soup kitchen.
Yeah, right? But, so that's that. And I think they made like 2 or 3 of those too.
Yeah, there's at least 2 of them.
That was a very monstery style monster movie. These other ones, we call them modern monsters, but this was what you would expect in a monster movie, I feel like. Yeah. You definitely get to see a lot of him, even though it's kind of in like flashes and bits and pieces, kind of like they do with Alien.
This movie actually reminded me, made me think of, remember that movie, what was it, Trick or Treat? No,
Trick or Treat.
Like with the kids, like, am I getting that one right?
It sounds familiar.
It had Justin Long in it. And, what was the monster's name in that? But, that was a good movie too. I'm pretty sure I had that right. But, also there's, Candyman, who scared the hell out of me when I was a kid, man, because, he was a creepy dude.
Candyman, now how did he, was he a guy who died? Like, he got eaten by bees or something, right? Wasn't that his thing with Candyman? I just always remember he was in kind of like a trench coat, and at least the one movie I saw, he was always in this abandoned house, and he had like a hook, kind of like a meat hook. And he would always be trying to, just murder people. Like, Candyman was a movie that I would see kind of halfway through, get freaked out a little bit, but I never actually saw the whole movie. I never really understood it. I always saw it was kind of synonymous with Bloody Mary in a way. And I think that's just because we were stupid kids, and it's like, well, if Bloody Mary didn't work in the mirror in the dark, you could always try Candyman and he'll come and get you. But it was like, all right, the movie came out, so of course that's in your minds. But They never made a Bloody Mary movie. That's some like ancient shit.
The movie I think about is Jeepers Creepers.
Because when you said Trick or Treat, but that's because in the title of the movie, like on the cover, it says Trick or Treat or whatever.
Right.
And they made 2 of those. Jeepers Creepers could actually be considered kind of like a modern monster because he was very supernatural. He seems human, but
made me think of him. But what was his name? You remember the monster's name?
I don't remember the monster's name. I just figured it was like Jeepers Creepers or something. But I know that he would take body parts from people and like put himself back together, something like that. I remember like the first one, he wanted somebody's eyes.
Yeah. And he's trying to get the different parts of the body.
Yeah, that was really weird. And he couldn't come out during the day. At least that was the impression that was made. Because I remember one part they're driving away, trying to run away, and he kind of explodes out of this tunnel.
I guess he's just the creeper.
The creeper. Oh, okay. I guess that makes sense. And Jeepers Creepers, because the song is Jeepers Creepers, where'd you get those peepers? So it's kind of, I guess it's kind of like stupid.
It was kind of a funny movie, but it's still like, more on our modern monsters.
But it still was a monster movie.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's a better monster movie than some other ones that they've come out with. But we know that there are tons of other monster movies, that are more modern, and you might have ones that stick out in your head. Definitely would love to hear it. Put that in the comments, because we're giving you recommendations. Give us some recommendations. Maybe we have seen the ones you're thinking of, maybe we haven't, and it'll give us something to do and something to watch on our free time. We would love it. But that'll be the end of this one. Happy Halloween, and keep the lights on, or don't, die in your sleep. Who cares?